All right. So everybody just go on mute and I'm gonna just start off. First, I'm gonna try to upload these slides from last week that we did for anybody that wasn't here, anybody that was here that want them. Let me go ahead and find it. And I'm trying this to see if this gonna work. Uh I don't know. I just put it out there. If y'all can see them in the chat, if it'll let you download it, go ahead and download them. And then I'm gonna do the ones for this week too. All right. But here we go. Let me share this screen. Do I got my slides open? Open up my slides. I'm gonna share my screen. Share screen. Where my slides at? There you go. Share. Boom. Here we go. Tim's Tidbits. Our investment journey. Hello again to everybody that's joining. Let me get this out of full screen mode. Don't want full screen mode. Get out of there. Yeah. It keep going back to full screen mode for some reason. Here we go. Now, as we always do, y'all know my disclaimer. Got to put it out there. I'm not a financial advisor. I am not a fiduciary. Nothing I say should be taken as financial advice. Do your own research. Investing involves considerable risk. You should consult a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Now, with that disclaimer out the way, that don't mean what I'm saying don't make sense, because what I'm saying has changed my life and continue to change my life. So I'm sharing it with y'all for free because I feel like everybody need this, especially us with kids, with younger ones, with older ones, with just ourselves. We all need this. This is our way to get the financial freedom. And like I say, last week we talked about how to get started. And this week we talk about fundamental analysis. So I know a lot of people probably thinking, Tim, what is fundamental analysis? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we're going to answer that question today, or we're going to try to answer that question today. Fundamental analysis is nothing more. It sounds complicated to some people because it sounds complicated to me, but the only thing that it is a method of examining macro, meaning big, and microeconomic factors that will affect the perceived value of an asset. Meaning, I say asset because it can be a company, it can be like investing into ETFs. And what ETFs are is a collection of companies. So instead of buying options just for one company, which ain't nothing wrong with that, I like to buy options against ETFs so that just say if one company doing bad that day, another company in there holding the ETF up. That's why I put like asset instead of company. And so what are macroeconomics? Macroeconomics is like, just think about from a bird's eye view. You're looking over a big spectrum, and it's like the state of the economy, like industry conditions. Those are like the macroeconomics. You're looking down from a bird's eye view over the whole, just say, greater good that's affecting your money. And so the microeconomics is when you drilling down, like macro big, micro is coming down. So microeconomics is like the parts of the company itself, the asset itself, like the financial factors, the financial sheets, how the company stand out. You know what I'm saying? Some people call that the company's moat, like what separate them from the pack, the effectiveness of the leadership. Like, do they got a visionary as a leader, or do they got a strategist as a leader? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the microeconomics. It's like the parts of the business itself that affect it. And the macro is the bigger outside of the company, like, you know, governmental stuff, economics, how the economy going. Is it a good economy, low economy? You know, is the housing market booming? Is it not booming? Those are like the macro level things. And so the fundamental analysis is looking at all of that to get a perceived value of the company, right? And might want to know, why do you use fundamental analysis? Well, the purpose of fundamental analysis is to determine the quote, using air quotes, fair market value of the asset. And hold on one second. Hold on 1 second. Hit who that is? That's mute Bobby over there. Bobby unmuted. But yeah. So let me exit full screen. There you go. Get back to my slides. Okay, yeah. So you determine the fair market value of the asset, right? And then you determine whether the asset is overvalued or undervalued by doing this fundamental analysis. And it's like you looking at things that, well, I'm getting ahead of myself because we're gonna get into that later, like looking at the balance sheets, looking at the 10K. We're gonna get into that a little bit later. And so I'm gonna give you a few commonly used terms when you might be seeing when you're looking at this fundamental analysis. And I'm kind of skimming through it because we're gonna have the slides in there, and I'm gonna get questions at the end, and we only got like 30 minutes to do this. So here go a few common terms when you looking into like the fundamental analysis, and we're gonna go through some websites and stuff like that too. So you might hear something like sectors. You might hear something like industry. You may hear PE ratio. You may hear earnings per share. All of this stuff is like a part of getting the total fundamental. And the sector is like the area of the economy that like share the same type of businesses related to like products and services. And then when you drill down into a sector, you have like the industries where it's the actual companies that are, you know what I'm saying, relating in relations to their primary business that they do. So you got the sector, you got the big sector, then it comes down to the industry, and inside the industries are the individual companies. And so, and then when it comes to PE ratio, a lot of people talk about the PE ratio, and what that is, that's the price to earnings ratio. And just to make it real simple, you can read what the definition of it is on there, but to make it real simple, the price to earnings ratio is just the market value per share divided by their earnings per share, meaning like what the asset going for at this time divided by their earnings per share. And what is the earnings per share? The next one down, you can read what it is, but to make that real simple, it's just like the profits that they made divided by like the outstanding shares. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the earnings per share is. So it's like the profits that they made divided by the outstanding common shares, and then the price per earnings ratio is the stock price at that time divided by the earnings per shares. And that's a whole lot of complicated stuff to say that a lot of people put focus on that, because if you got a high PE ratio, then it's a perceived value of it being higher, and people are willing to pay more for that asset when the PE ratio is higher. So that's why I threw that, because a lot of people focus on like the PE ratio, the earnings per share, what sector they in and stuff like that when you're digging into the fundamental analysis of an asset. And these right here are like some free tools out there. Everything that I'll be talking about, I try to stick with stuff that's free. And and so like investor relations page, every company that's publicly traded has an investor relations page. And if you go on Google and you just type in investor relations and then the name of the company, it'll give you the link for their investor relations page. And we're gonna pull up a couple of them in a minute. Yahoo Finance, I'm gonna be real, I ain't never used Yahoo Finance, but I know it's real popular. I've been on there a couple times, but I like to go to their investor relations page to get their financial information. And I like to use barchart.com for like some of my fundamental and technical research. And barchart.com, that's one on there too. And I know you heard me say I like ETFs. And if you don't know like what the ETFs are per se, you can go on like Finviz. That's another one. I'll pull all these up so you can see what they look like. And ETF.com would tell you, stuff about the actual ETF, just kind of like investor relations tell you about that company. If you go to ETF.com break down information about that ETF, like who run it and what they do and all of that right there. So that's the edge. We gonna come back there in a minute. Let me pull up investor relations page real quick. Swap over to let me see. Screen number 2. Share. Okay, this is AMD's investor relations page right here. And when you go to, like, every publicly traded company has their own investor relation page. And AMD, I have some positions on at AMD now. When you're doing your fundamental analysis on any company, everybody investor relations page is gonna be set up differently. AMD, they got their set up a certain way. You want to look at stuff like the main thing I look at is like their financial information and their leadership and their like what they plan on doing, what separate them from the pack and their forward projections. So you can come to their investor relations page and you can look at stuff like their financial information, like they show like they this they quarterly stuff here. They got a quarterly stuff on here, went out under their financial information, SEC filings. It's this all the SEC filings right here. They have they got their leadership. They got their leadership. You can see who their leadership is. You go under like who their leadership is. They board of directors, the leadership team, like Lisa Su, she the CEO of AMD. I know that because I got money in AMD, so I'll be checking them out. It's let me see where they got it on here. It's a thing called the 10K form. It's a thing, there it is right there. It's a thing called a 10K. It's a filing that every company got to do. And when you go into their 10K, it breaks down like a lot of information, you know, about the company. It tell you all kind of stuff, like what they done did for the year. Is in the K on 10K stand for a year. I think they have like a 10Q also, which is for quarterly, but the 10K is for a year. And if you see, like, this is everything that they've done to this year, plus everything that they're getting ready to do. You just go through and read it. It tell you like all kind of information about the company and like what they doing. And then it also get into their financial stuff over the year. It's just like everything about this company over the year. And if you scroll all the way down here somewhere, you start getting into the numbers, the net revenue, and from in 2016, 2017, 2018, 19, 20, it show you the net revenue, the share, everything. It's everything. That's the 10Q statement. Everything you possibly want to know about the company is going to be on that 10Q statement, and it's telling about what happened over the last year. 10K statement, and it's over the last year, called the K stand for year. And if you see a 10Q, that's like a quarterly type thing. And then this like Apple's let me see, Apple investor relations page, see it look a little bit different, but it's still got like they got on there. You can listen to their conference calls, like when they have announcements, you can listen to their conference call. They got theirs here, view their 10K. It's right here on this page. You ain't got to go nowhere. You can view their 10K thing on there, look at their 10K sheet. You can look at their leadership. They got their leadership. They go Tim Cook, he their CEO. I know that because I got some. I ain't got Apple, but I'm in XLK, and Apple is a part of XLK. Let me show you Finviz real quick before I start answering the question. Finviz.com, if I can spell it right. Go to Finviz.com. Like, if you don't know, like, just be like, Tim, I don't know what companies, I don't know nothing about no ETFs. I don't know nothing about no sectors. You know what I'm saying? I hear you talk about these ETFs. If you come to Finviz.com, they got this thing called, see this thing over this, if you can see my mouse moving over this little red and green and all this over here to the right above that trade options book, that's a map. If you come up here at the top, it says maps. If you click on maps, get rid, they got a million ads on this thing. It drives me crazy. This right here, it breaks down everything by map, and it's all broke down like in different sectors and industries. And if you want to look at companies, you can just say, I like technology companies. And you see up here, say technology, These are all the technology companies right here that you can look into that slotted as technology companies. Communication services. These are communication services company, you know, and you get the picture, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to look at ETFs, like I like to trade ETFs. So you click over here on ETFs over here on the side. I'm pointing like y'all can see my finger, but where my mouse is over here to the left where it say 1 day performance, if you see electronic traded fund, I mean exchange traded funds, I said electron, I'm sorry, exchange traded funds, then you look over here, now you see all these ETFs and they broke down. Here's the US sectors. You see technology ETFs, you see financial ETFs, energy ETFs. Like I said, XLK earlier. XLK is a technology ETF. And if you look there, you see XLK is the ticker symbol. So if you don't know what the ticker symbol is, and you just know I want to look at a technology ETF, then you come to Finviz, go to ETFs, look for technology, and boom, they go XLK. XLK is a technology ETF. That's like that's the S&P, that's the spider ETF. That's the one I got money in. And then you can take, that's the ticker symbol that you're going to be looking up when you go to like your platform, your brokerage account and your platform. You're going to be putting in that ticker symbol for XLK, or you're going to be putting in a ticker symbol for Apple. Like if you back on, let me go back to what was it, like Microsoft, see Apple ticker symbol is AAPL, you know what I'm saying? And they got it's under technology. AAP, Microsoft is MSFT, though that's a ticker symbol. You're going to put that in when you're searching for it on your platform, looking for it. But if you don't know where to start, where to find a ticker symbol, what an ETF is, Finviz is an excellent way to figure it out because they got it laid out on a map. And it's all broke down under, if you like healthcare, you can look at healthcare, and these are different healthcare companies right here. Or like I said, if you want to do ETFs, you just come to this sector down here, healthcare, get out the way, add healthcare, and these are different healthcare ticker symbol. When you hover over, it show you all of them in that box right there, and whatever one you over is at the top. Like how I'm hovering over XBI, it's at the top. When I go over XLV, it's at the top. Go to IBB, it's at the top. But that whole list right there are all ETFs that's in the healthcare sector. And that's Finviz. Finviz is a good place to go if you don't know what the ticker symbol is, what you want to invest in, or what. That's how you find out what companies are in what sectors and in what industries. So what I got, that's on my free tools. Yeah, so and before I get back to the free, y'all know I got to plug the Come Up series. If I can get back to my, where was I? Right here. Share that. Y'all know I got to plug the Come Up series, got to plug the Come Up cousins. All right. Get over there. Yeah. Got to plug the Come Up series because 80% of stuff that I learned when it comes to investing, I learned it from the Come Up series. They on YouTube, they on Instagram, but YouTube, they go live every Tuesday and Thursday night at, it's either 8 or 9. I can't remember, but because they West Coast time, but it's either 8 or 9 every Tuesday and Thursday night. The Come Up series on YouTube. Go to their channel. Right now they got the starter pack. If you look at the starter pack in the order, it'll teach you everything you need to know about the stock market and how to get into investing into options. Because that's their thing. That's the Come Up series way, investing into long-term options. Ian Dunlap, the master investor on Instagram. He don't have his own YouTube page where he's teaching, but he's on the EYL YouTube page on Market Mondays, and he's more into long-term buy and hold investing. He does have paid courses for futures if you want to get into that. Yes, they are expensive, but I believe they worth it because the free information he give away is changing lives. It done changed my life. And he's on Market Monday on the EYL YouTube channel every Monday night at 8 o'clock doing Market Monday. And that's the Earn Your Leisure YouTube page if you want to check him out. But with that being said, I'm going to go back to my screen. I'm going to stop sharing the screen and go back to me and open it up. If anybody got a question, hit the little, it should be a little hand raised thing on there. On you see a little hand raised thing, hit the little hand raised thing, and then Can everybody hear me? Can like I
yes, we hear you.
Okay, I saw somebody that said no sound. Unmute, Sydney. Unmute and ask your question.
Let me see. My question was, are you gonna provide the slides from last Sunday and this Sunday?
I put them in there. I don't know if you can in the chat. Can you see them in the? I put the ones in from last Sunday in the chat. Can you see them in there? Is it letting you download it? I try. That's what I tried.
Maybe I'm on my phone, so maybe it won't show up on my phone or something.
Okay. What I'll do on the YouTube page, I'll put a download link on the YouTube page for last weekend and this week for the slides to make it easy. All right. Anybody else got a question? Nobody got a question? Everybody good? Do anybody just want to say something?
Great job. Great job. You know you did a great job.
Thank you, Auntie. Oh, I'm looking over there like I need to be looking here so I can look at y'all. I'm looking at y'all.
Your Auntie always have her camera on.
Yeah.
Yes, this was very interesting. I appreciate the invite.
Oh yeah. Oh, ain't that, man? We got to get you ready for that grandbaby, man. We got to get that grandbaby right. Yeah. So yeah, we every Sunday at 3 for the next, I want to say 4. I had some notes with my phone. I'm checking myself on my phone. Let me look and see. I had some notes. So last Sunday was how to get started. This Sunday was at fundamental analysis. Next Sunday is going to be technical analysis. The Sunday after that, we're gonna put it all together, the fundamental and the technical, because I believe you need both to be able to be a good investor and trader. And then depending on how long that one go, I may add in. No, I'm just gonna make it a separate week. I'm gonna make it a separate week on how to actually go into the platform and buy the positions. Because last week was how to open the platform. This week was learning how to go out and do some fundamental analysis to see how healthy the company is. That the fundamental analysis is all about how healthy the company is and where the company going, and if the company fit with your thesis of growth for your portfolio. And then next week is the technical analysis, and technical analysis is just past price performance because a lot of people trade off of technical analysis. So in my opinion, technical analysis is a self-fulfilling prophecy, meaning everybody looking at these old patterns and they believe these old patterns gonna come again, so they make these old patterns happen again. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy to me. So you take the fundamentals of a healthy company, put it together with the technicals of what it's been doing in the past, and then that puts you on where your trajectory should be going. You see what I'm saying? And so if you got a healthy company with good technicals, it should keep going up. And that's where you got your money for the long term. In these long-term options, that's the way I do it. Even if you just buy the shares and hold them for long-term, these day-to-day ups and downs, like the president get impeached, the COVID vaccine not working, the COVID making it come down for a minute, that's not hurting your long-term position because it's just gonna come back up. They price all that stuff into the market. That's why when if somebody get on the news and say something crazy, and you'll see the stock market drop real fast, and then by the end of the day it be done crept back up because the market price in, just say 600 points for this stupidity. You see what I'm saying? And then it'll buy itself back up. So, but in the short term, that'll hurt you. But in the long term, it's just a blip on the radar. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to put all that together in the very last class for now. Is going to be how to go in and buy the positions on my platform of choice, which is Ally Invest, the same one I showed how to set it up on. But you can do the same thing in TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Robinhood, Schwab, Interactive Brokers, whatever platform you choose. Everything that I'm teaching, you can do it on any platform. It's not platform I ain't gonna try to say that word. It ain't platform specific. I'm gonna try to say what is it, agnostic or whatever. I'm gonna try to use it, but I ain't gonna try to sound smart. But yeah, that's what we're doing. And if as we doing this throughout these weeks, if you can be live, that's cool, so you can interact. But if you can't be live, I will be posting it on my YouTube page and texting everybody that I got your number. I'll be texting out the replay link so you can go back, share the replay link with your friends and family, share the live link with your friends and family, because it's gonna be the same link every week. Even though I'm gonna send it out anyway, it's gonna be that same link every week. It's not gonna change. So if ain't nobody got no questions, I'm gonna wrap it up. No, one last time, no question. Nobody got no questions. All right.
Hey Tim, appreciate your invitement, man. I enjoyed it.
Oh, Brandon. Oh, what's happening, man? I was looking at the name. I'm like, I know that name. Yeah, man. If you missed last week, go to my YouTube. I text it to you, Brandon. Go check out the one from last week. I'm gonna have the replay of this up today. Later on today, you can check out the replay. You know what I'm saying? Share it with your friends. Share the live one with your friends if you think somebody can get something out of this. Because I'm doing this for free. Because 80% of the stuff that I learned, it was for free. And the paid courses that I paid for, I ain't knocking nobody. I learned a lot in them, but the stuff that I learned for free, when I paid for them courses, the stuff I learned for free, I had already knew. I was like a senior in the class. It's like I was a senior in the class. Like I had to go through a lot of information that I already knew to get a nugget here and a nugget there. If I had never learned anything from the Come Up series, it would have been a great course. I still feel like the course was worth my money for some of the proprietary stuff that they got in there, like specific strategies. I learned some really good specific strategies. But when it comes to just the basic stock market, this stuff that I'm sharing and the stuff that the Come Up series share, anybody can do this, and anybody can be successful in the stock market if you do it wisely. And we're gonna get into, when to get in, when to get out with the technical stuff. The same stuff I teach my kids. Green mean up, red mean down. Never buy at the high, always buy when it's low. If you stick to that principle, you'll be successful. That's it.
Ooh.
But yeah, no question. I see my baby here. Hey Jada, daddy love you. Hey mama, love you too. Oh, my homie Starks in here. What's up, man? Thank you. Everybody.
Well, I'm in here too. I love you too.
I mean, I saw you. I saw you.
You not act like you don't know her.
I saw you.
I know that thing so jealous.
Need some attention. Need some attention. My brother Bobby in here. My brother Whopper in here. Jason. I see Jason in here.
Yeah, I'm in here.
Yo, Jason, that my partner. That was my partner from work back in the day, but that's still the homie. Sitting in here. I appreciate everybody.
Well, happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all get to your sweetest, and then cause we've been on here 30 minutes something. I'm about 31 minutes, man. So I'm gone. Love you, Parker. Thanks everybody.
All right,
for coming in.
Great job,
time, man. Y'all know what it is. I'm gone.
All right, cool.